On June 23, 1972, Title IX was signed into law. It's the first law that prohibited discrimination on the basis of sex and ensures equal opportunity for women in all levels of education, especially athletics. 50 years later, Title IX continues to be a major player in the fight for women's equality in sports. This is the impact of Title IX. Throughout history, patriarchal societies have often dictated that sports were only for boys and men. Dating back to Aristotle, medical authorities believed that women's reproductive systems were athletic liabilities, claiming if women played sports, they would become infertile. It wasn't until the late 1800s that women began participating in recreational sports, but only women of the upper class. In 1900, women were allowed to participate in the Olympics for the very first time at the Paris Games. Out of 997 athletes, only 22 were women, competing in tennis, sailing, croquet, horseback riding, and golf. Team sports were for the men. By the 1970s, only 7% of high school athletes were girls, and only 15% of college athletes were women. Due to the lack of participation, teams often had to fundraise for equipment, coaches, and competitive facilities. As gender discrimination issues continued, Representative Patty T. Mink, along with Representative Edith Green and Senator Birch Bayh, introduced Title IX to Congress, with a goal of eliminating these disparities and protecting women's rights. President Richard Nixon signed the Educational Amendments of 1972 into law, which included Title IX. Title IX states that no person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any educational program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. Under federal law, students are now protected from gender-based discrimination in school and athletics, ensuring equal opportunity and resources for both men's and women's sports programs, while protecting all athletes from unfair treatment on the basis of their gender identity or sexual orientation. Since the enactment of Title IX, women's participation in sports has grown exponentially. Over the past 50 years, the number of girls participating in high school sports has increased from less than 300,000 to more than 2.6 million. In college, the number has grown from 30,000 to more than 150,000 women. While monumental steps towards equality have been made since 1972, mountains of adversity remain. It's not just about creating more opportunities for girls, women, and transgender athletes, but redefining gender roles to create an equal playing field. There is still plenty of progress to be made, but as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of Title IX and the women who fought to get us here, there is hope for a more equitable future for all women in sports.